Hey guys, how are you? Welcome back to my channel, The Fallen Pages. Today's book is The Solitaire Mystery, and it's by Jostein Gaarder. So let me just take you through this book. It's sort of a mystery kind of a book, and it is masterfully layered. That blends philosophy and symbolism and storytelling to explore some of humanity's most profound questions, and which are set against the backdrop of whimsical road trip. And the novel delves into the duality of existence itself and balancing the tangible world with an ethereal metaphorical plane. So let me just give you an understanding of a plot with no spoilers. Is that the story follows 12-year-old Hans Thomas, the protagonist in the book, and his father on a road trip from Norway to Greece. And they embark on this journey to reunite with Hans's mother, and who has left to find herself in Athens. And Hans' father, a philosophical dreamer obsessed with life's big questions, and injects their conversation with humor and thought-provoking class. And along the way, Hans sort of receives two peculiar gifts: a magnifying glass and a tiny book given to him by a mysterious hunchbacked baker. And the book sort of reveals a parallel story about a magical island created by Frode, a sailor stranded there, and centuries ago. And this miniature book within the book comes the story's focal point, the plot's focal point, and guiding hands and readers like us through a labyrinth of ideas about identity, destiny, and free will. So let's just talk about the characters a little bit about in this book. Is that Hans is the protagonist in the book and our guide into the narrative's dual worlds. And Hans is a curious and observant child. While outwardly naive, he possesses a quite depth, absorbing the lessons on the road trip, and the tiny book with maturity beyond his years, and his reflections mirror the reader's own journey through the story, the plot itself. And then comes Hans's father. He's a eccentric dreamer, and Hans's father is preoccupied with life's ultimate questions, and he also give these questions to his son also, and he serves as a foil to Hans's youthful curiosity, and offering philosophical musing that enrich their journey. And through this wit and humor, he simplifies complex ideas for the 12-year-old, which sort of like draws the reader into the narrative's philosophical underpinnings and makes it really easy to understand what he's trying to convey to his son. And then comes the dwarf, the baker, who gives him the magnifying glass and the deck of cards. This enigmatic character introduces a magical element of the story, and by gifting Hans the tiny book and the magnifying glass, and he represents the bridge between reality and mystical island story, embodying the role of a guide or a messenger, enhances essential in his quest to understanding what this philosophy or this story that he is going through in this life is basically his identity's quest. And then comes Frode, the creator of the magical island. And Frode symbolizes humanity's godlike yearning to create meaning in a chaotic world in their life. And his decision to populate the island with living cards, living cards reflects both his despair and his hope, a paradoxical tension central to the novel. And then comes the Joker. And the most compelling character on the island is the Joker, which represents freedom and individuality and single identity, and the ultimate observer of the island, of the book, of the plot. As the only figure in the deck who transcends the rule of the card, the Joker is an allegory for the human soul, and a wild card that resists categorization in the deck, in life, in individuality, and all of that. His interactions with Hans hold the key to understanding understanding the novel's philosophical heart and its plot. And if you were to look at the symbology of the book that is used in this book, is that the deck of cards is the novel's central metaphor, and symbolizing life's intricate balance of structure and chaos of life. Each card is a unique character that is mentioned in the book, and representing different social roles, emotions, and archetypes. Like, for example, king and queens, authority and tradition reflecting social structures. And like the jokers, the outliers, the individuality, and embodying freedom and creativity. And numerical cards come in the last. They are basically the ordinary individuals whose lives form the backbone of the society. And the island has sort of like the inhabitants also mirror Freud's psyche. The inhabitants on the island, they sort of mirror it, and serving as a metaphor for his inner world, his subconscious. And Freud's despair leads him to question the nature of his creations in the book, echoing humanity's own existential dilemmas. The Joker, as the free agent, stands apart because of his individuality and an embodiment of the philosophical idea that truth, freedom lies in transcending societal norms and rules. And at its core, the core of the book is that the Solitaire mystery is a meditation on life's biggest questions, like who we are our lives determined by our fate, or do we possess free will, and what is the nature of reality itself. The novel uses Freud's island, the creator's island, and the deck of cards to explore these questions, and the interplay between structure, the card hierarchy, and chaos, the Joker's freedom, individuality, reflects the tension between determinism and individuality in our lives. And the story also delves into the idea of nested realities, with the book within the book acting as the metaphor for the layered nature of existence, of our existence itself. Just as Hans peers into the tiny book with a magnifying glass, we as readers are invited to look closer and uncover the hidden dimensions of the book, of the story, of the plot itself, of the reality of this book. And sort of like the father and the son journey in the book is also really exciting. And in the road trip is more than just a physical journey. It is a metaphorical passage through time, history, and human thought. Their conversations range from trivial soda flavors to the profound meaning of life sort of questions take place, reflecting the novel's dual nature as both a playful tale and a serious philosophical exploration of life itself. And in the book, Hans gains a deeper understanding of himself and the world and his subconscious. The interplay between the miniature book story and the Hans's reality blurs the line between the fiction and his life, and reminding readers that our perceptions shape our truth. And the ending is intentionally ambiguous. It leaves like a really like it leaves room for interpretation, and it challenges readers to ask themselves that who are they and where did they come from, these philosophical questions from the point of a 12-year-old. And are we players in life's grand game, or do we hold the cards and free will and all of that stuff? So it's sort of like a philosophical puzzle, this book is, and it's a really good read. And I guess, yeah, that is it. And if you guys really like this book, please leave in the comments below whatever you think about the book when you get it, if you read it, and whatever you think about this video and how I can make my channel, my videos better. Please also leave that in the comments below. And I guess that is it. Have a good day. See you next time.